That was Caroline Peters reporting. The CDC says if your child is sick, you should call your doctor right away if they start having difficulty breathing or start to experience worsening symptoms. For more on the rise in RSV cases and the possibility of a triple-demic, joining us now is Dr. Brandi Freeman, a pediatric physician in Denver, Colorado. Dr. Freeman, we're seeing children's hospitals at or near capacity due to RSV. The CDC says 9 states are seeing high levels of people sick with the flu. It's only October, so why are we seeing this influx so early?
So it's a combination of a few things. So flu and RSV have kind of been quiet over the past 2 seasons while we were paying attention to our other friend, COVID. And it now seems like they're all resounding and rebounding back with a vengeance. There was data out of Australia that this might have been expected. They saw something early like this as well. But it's that combination of us being back, doing everything we used to, all of these viruses fighting to be number one. And unfortunately, our kids are the ones taking the hit.
And, you know, anytime a child is sick, your stomach turns. But from a public health perspective, are you more worried right now? Is it about the kids or the parents with these illnesses?
So I think we need to be scared on both fronts. You know, RSV can really take a toll on little ones. Our NICUs and PICUs can be overwhelmed by this, but we can also see RSV appear in the geriatric population. So that same group that we were worried about with COVID-19. And so this combination of the little ones getting sick and our older population being sick at the same time can be really overwhelming, not only for families, but our entire healthcare system.
Yeah, and we're not talking about COVID nearly as much as we have been. So, you know, should people be taking some of those same precautions that we were even a few months ago, wearing masks, staying home? What sorts of things do you recommend?
Definitely. Those things that we learned through this pandemic, making sure we're washing our hands, wearing masks, making sure that when we are socializing, that we're doing it in a safe manner. If a family member is sick, stay home. Pay attention to your symptoms. All of those things we learned over the past 2 years, do not forget them. Make sure you're using them as we go into this respiratory season.
Is this just kind of the new normal, especially for winters? We should all just plan to stay home by the fireside and sip hot cocoa, not be able to leave our houses as these new illnesses plague us?
Hopefully not the norm, but it is definitely something, you know, as it gets cooler, take advantage of that warm fire, socialize responsibly, and listen to yourself. We have learned ways to safely do this, washing your hands, paying attention to your symptoms, wearing a mask. Use those tools that you have so that you don't have to necessarily only stay home, but staying at home can be fun and cozy as well. So.
All right, and President Biden himself got his COVID booster shot today. He's trying to drum up interest. We know that there hasn't been a huge uptake in Americans getting the newest booster shots. So why aren't people getting them when we know that they're effective, at least to a certain degree, especially with the very vulnerable segments of the population?
Yeah, thinking about the reasons that people aren't taking up the vaccine as much, it's really hard for me to understand. I've actually had, I think I'm on vaccine number 5 now, actually, and they've worked for me. I've stayed COVID-free this entire time. But I think part of it is awareness. You know, when I talk about COVID vaccine in my clinic, I've had parents who haven't recognized that their babies could be vaccinated for COVID. They haven't recognized that it's time for a booster for them. So really, I've been advertising, emphasizing, advocating, whatever word you want to use, to get your booster and make sure that you're taking all of the precautions that you can.
All right, good advice there. Dr. Brandi Freeman, pediatric physician in Denver, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.